Hey guys, how are we doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our TD look at the major markets. So we will go straight over to those charts. Starting off with the S&P as usual. Yeah, you can see we are approaching this overhead resistance. Well, I say approaching. We've obviously just come off it a little bit, back testing the 786. But this is not looking too dissimilar to a cup and handle formation. So basically, the trigger to send this to the upside to basically new highs. Is it new highs in this? Yeah, obviously new highs. Yeah. Wait a minute. Let's have a look at this on the daily. Yeah, no, not sorry, new highs. Yeah, actually, yeah, this the projected move will take us to new highs. Yeah, so that is correct. So right, the trigger point to get us to new highs. Let's go back to the 4 hour. Would be a break and a close above this 3170 level, based on that chart formation and that projected move. So yeah, interesting times here. So we could obviously get rejected at this level, and then come down and test some of the downside levels. But I mean, the market remains bullish. The market remains getting fed with any sort of stimulus that they can find. So you don't necessarily want to bet against that trend. But yeah, I mean, obviously, really the conservative downside would be obviously a break of these lows here. But you could trade it. You could trade it based on a break of these lows. So trade it to the downside from here, even if it is just down to the level of the previous lows. So yeah, nothing TD wise on the 4 hour anyway. Let's have a look at the 12 hour. Nothing TD in the 12 hour. Well, obviously then won't have anything on the daily, but I mean, at the moment looks like we're just we are consolidating here. So yeah, are we going to break out to the upside and take out these highs? Are we going to break out to the low side and take out these lows, or are we just going to form a bit of a tightening range and make a bigger breakout further down the line? That's the question. The question for the S&P. Let's look at Nasdaq. Obviously Nasdaq being quite a bit stronger. You can see we will have a 4 hour 9 coming up. This will obviously be it will be after trading's finished today. So yeah, we'll have to basically have a look at that on Monday morning. But yeah, this is obviously looking very bullish. We reached obviously this all-time high, sold off a little bit. We're now back at this level, so you wouldn't bet on this being rejected here again. You just bet on taking that high out and following through, and just look at this as a bit of consolidation, a bit of testing, a bit more of an aggressive test than usual. We only get a test of this 21 on the 4 hour, but we got down to the 50 on the 4 hour. We've obviously got the golden cross on this 4 hour chart down there as well. But yeah, this is looking good for some onwards and upwards, and then probably come back to the 21 at a higher price. Obviously we can look for more downside if we break these sort of levels here, and especially that low there, and potentially this low, but I wouldn't necessarily think that's going to be as important. So let's have a look at the 12 hour and the daily. Not too much on the 12 hour and not too much on the daily to look at, really. So yeah, it's just a case of the market's bullish until it isn't, so it proves it's not. This clearly isn't proof it's not. I mean, you can just look on the daily. This is just a test of the 21. We had a test of the 21 there, nearly a test of the 21 there. These are just buying opportunities for the time being. So yeah, you wouldn't expect a double top here. You'd expect to break out, but it may not happen on this pass. We may play out some of this range a bit, form a bit of a box here, maybe a distribution, and then we will come down, maybe a reaccumulation, and then we'll go up. But yeah, that's the Nasdaq obviously is well, it's bullish until it isn't. Bullish until it isn't. You don't want to be trying to pick tops, because that is just not, yeah, it's just not really a profitable strategy. Same with the Russell. Again, obviously it's not back at not at highs, not even all-time highs, but highs. I think the Russell, obviously this isn't even, if we go like to a weekly, yeah, if we go back to a weekly, this wasn't even an all-time high for the Russell anyway. Look, our high was here back in August 2018. So yeah, we're not even at all-time highs for the Russell. Sorry, this wasn't even all-time high, so regaining that isn't regaining all-time highs, but it's close anyway, to be honest. If we regain that, I imagine we'll regain that, but it will remain to be seen whether the Russell is able to do that. Yeah, I mean, this one, that is the one that is still closest to its trend line. Obviously the Nasdaq well off it, and the S&P, let's go to the daily. Well, yeah, the S&P, to be honest, a trend line joining there is quite close to it as well. Yeah, I guess it's just the Nasdaq that's obviously the strongest, as we know. But yeah, I mean, we've got this level, the trend line, and we've got this horizontal, so take that out, expect downside. But yeah, take this out to the top side, which is 200-day, which we popped up over before. Get back over this 200-day. I'd imagine us to remain over it and make some progress. Oil looking very, very good. Oil is now officially a buy in my book. So yeah, so we've got the trend behind us. So what I'm really looking at in oil is an entry, is a buy opportunity. So I will be looking for a sell off at some point. I don't know from what level it will come at, and then maybe it'll come now with this 12-hour 9, and then a potential entry. So this 12-hour 9 candle can be interesting. We will put a line under it. Obviously this candle isn't closed. Actually, wait a minute, let me just do something. We've got a nice horizontal level here too, so maybe this may be my potential buying opportunity that I am looking for in oil. So if we regardless of whatever happens today, this horizontal here is definitely important. So we take out this horizontal. I believe we will come down to either sort of this level here, or basically what would be a level there. So, and then I believe, well, that's quite a bit lower than price. That's good, $6. I believe that will be the buying opportunity that I'm looking for, if I can get that. If I don't get that, if we blast through this 9, then what will happen is a back test of this level will be my buying opportunity. But I'm looking for a good entry in here, and if I was bullish at this point, which I wasn't, this would have been a good entry here. Obviously, as you can see, it aligns with that horizontal that I've just noted, obviously, for a potential entry this time. But yeah, so this is what I'm looking at. I'm also looking at loading up my actual Interactive Brokers account with a load of kind of longer dated call options on various commodities, and some oil companies, and some mining companies and the likes. But yeah, I think we're a bit of a pivot now where these are going to go bullish. So obviously they've been working bullish, but I mean bullish as in we have a bull market. Anyway, so that's what I'm looking at. Let's have a look at the daily. Anything on the daily? We're not going to really have anything here on the daily. Nearly had a 9 there. I mean, that was really our entry. Had the 9. I mean, the 8 was looking pretty bearish, but yeah, broke below the 8. I mean, it got us down. I mean, I wasn't looking for buys or sells at that point, but yeah, if I was looking for buys, then obviously the move back up would have been, obviously this reversal candle would have been signaling it, and then obviously we got another reversal candle, but yeah, then we did get the move upwards. So that's what I'm looking at there. So obviously that makes USO a buy. By extension, USO is looking good. USO potentially might even be a bet. Well, no, I don't know exactly how the dynamics work, but this will be one that money will fly into more than just the actual oil futures contracts. This is more where the speculative money comes in. So or just the traditional investors pile into these ETFs, so, or ETNs they're called. This is not an ETF, but anyway, yeah, so taking out this high above this 9, I mean, we can move that down a little bit. I'm not sure why it was placed there, but yeah, move it down here, taking out this high in USO. I mean, then it is the buy, and that potentially would just, that's a good entry as any. But yeah, that's a good, this is obviously a better entry on the daily than what we had in the oil, because obviously oil was coming up on a 12-hour 9, so that could get us weakness. We're not necessarily looking at weakness here, but obviously if you have weakness in oil, we'll have weakness in USO. So yeah, we just have to be aware of that fact. But yeah, 4 hour 9 as well, so maybe we are going to get a bit of a sell-off in this too. So yeah, this is, I mean, this again, this is the level. We get down to these levels, get down to this level, get down to the level in oil, then I would be looking at getting some buys in. So gold futures, so this has just happened, hasn't it? Have I not really been, how have I missed this? Gold futures is obviously breaking out our pennant, so yeah, off to the moon. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty good move now. Oh, what? Yeah, what have I been doing? Yeah, so you can clearly see we've got quite a big longer term trend line here. So I mean, yeah, this is going for it now. So I mean, here's an initial target of about 157. We'll probably end up getting that on a maybe having a 4 hour 9 about there, maybe a bit of a retrace, a bit of a slowdown, and then we'll be aiming for here, I think. But yeah, this is obviously what you'd want to be buying, the breakout of that of this pennant, which is obviously clearly why we had it drawn on. So yeah, gold looking bullish. So is this the expansion of volatility that we are waiting for in gold? But yeah, again, gold is a buy, commodities a buy, anything that basically denominated in dollars, because they're going to basically be devaluing dollars is what they're going to be doing. Right, come on, silver, get back above 18. So here's silver. Yeah, I mean, obviously I can tell you now the ratio is going up. But yeah, yeah, silver obviously not looking as strong, but it will get dragged up by gold. But yeah, I mean, silver looking at basically attempting to get to the top of this channel. I mean, not based on anything particularly silver based, just this channel and the fact that gold is making a move. So obviously this ratio is going to be coming down. Fair enough then. I stand corrected. I just looked at that and thought gold, silver would be moving up more, but no, the ratio is coming down. So silver is actually outperforming. Didn't look like it on those charts. But that's why we have this to look at to tell us. But yeah, so this is either back test or here. But what I would suggest is that this is not a back test, and this is going to come back in this channel and then drop out this channel, and it's going to be, the silver ratio is going to be going down. I mean, what a lot of my macro view now is predicated on basically yeah, commodities going up, but obviously silver has been more depressed with it being an industrial metal along with copper. Gold has not been depressed, so I believe that obviously with that extra factor to help help silver and like other industrial metals like copper, for example, I think that may help push them up and help silver outperform gold. Speaking of copper, here she is, Dr. Copper. There you go. I mean, we are basically, we thought about going in, but we're pushing back off now. So I mean, like I said, bullish trend for commodities, taking this high out in copper, just onwards and upwards. Copper's a buy basically. Copper's a buy. We are at quite depressed levels, but I believe we're going to be taking these levels out. Let's just have a look at a daily. So yeah, looking for an entry in copper. I mean, that drop into the channel was my entry, which I didn't take, and then obviously the rejection from it. So great entry in copper, and then I expect we're going upwards and upwards in copper now. I'm actually going to produce a new list, because these are always just a lot of stuff I've thrown in, but I'm producing a new list, basically the buys and the sells, and we're going to go through the buys and the sells each day and the trades that we're looking for, and we're only going to trade basically them to the buy side or to the sell side. Wheat, oh yeah, wheat, soft commodities though, not doing as well. Wheat dropping out a little bit, dropping down. Where does it want to test? Where does it want to go? We'll just have to see. But potential buying opportunity at some level, at some point, I believe. So we've got to basically wait for trying to get a good entry. I mean, what are we looking at on the daily here? Let me just lock that. What we're looking at daily TD, right, we're only on a 12 hour. Is that going to look anything more interesting? Yeah, potential 12 hour 9 coming up. That'll be next week now. And can we time that with a 4? Yeah, we may be able to time this now with a 4. So a 4 hour 9, a 12 hour 9 coming up early next week. So that could be our potential wheat entry. Home Depot. I just clicked on that because that came next. Smart sheet. This is basically a sell, I would propose. We just have a bit of a slow. Yeah, 4 hour 9. 4 hour 9, so take out this level, take out, that's basically 50, isn't it? Take out $50, and I don't even know where to target. So just that'll do for the, there's your first target. Take out $50, target this horizontal. We'll draw the horizontal in. Pretty efficacious horizontal level. There we go, and we will get rid of the arrow. Well, that's just if we had got rid of the arrow, we'll just put it back on. Right, so yeah, targeting this, and then failing that, lower, but that's the initial target. Right, so anything on the 8 out of 9 coming up, 12, yeah, so basically I would potentially wait for these 12. This is going to be a good trade, this is. We need to set an alert and remember this. This is going to be a good sell trade, I think, into this daily 9. So daily and 12 hour 9. So we'll definitely keep an eye on this one. Costco, how's Costco doing? Yeah, Costco. So I mean, maybe this is what we've formed. Oh, sorry. Maybe we're going to start forming a larger triangle, like this. Maybe we will adjust this for the time being, and just because obviously we can play off it, and then if we start to get a move up, and we can look at this level for support. But we'll see what happens there. But clearly it wasn't in the correct place before, or didn't end up being in the correct place. Well, I wouldn't want to be holding this, but yeah. I mean, maybe you're going to get another leg up potential. I mean, it looks like a bull flag. Obviously, a clear tightening formation here. So, I mean, you just got to wait for the breakout of this formation now. Just like we waited for the break in gold. But yeah, so this is looking. Well, it's just looking like a trade that you can basically just trade the breakout of, really. Not a lot else to say to that. I mean, this is what would tell me it's going to be to the downside, this 9 here. A breakout to the downside, but hey, we will see. Have we got anything 12 hour? We don't have anything in the TDs because the pattern's too tight. Look, it's just this. So it's waiting for a breakout. So this is when TD fails you. Not fails you, but when TD isn't useful, and then the actual pattern's useful, and the breakout of that, the drop in volatility we've got in the breakout of this pattern. Let's have a look at BYD. So yeah, it's pretty much in a channel now. Boyd Gaming, in a channel, no TDs, I mean, this is a case of just breaking out a channel, picking a direction, breaking down or breaking up, and just waiting to see what happens. Tesla back over 1,000. Well done. Well done, Tesla. I mean, this is the most bullish chart you will. This is a nice bullish chart. This is, I'll tell you that, because what you've got here, we've not got an exponential move up, which is what you want, because then you're not going to end up having to worry about any sort of 10% drawdowns on any particular day. You've got obviously the moving averages perfectly angled and spread out. 200, 50, 21. We are being guided up by the 51. We've got the 200 as support. We're at all-time highs, so the only way is up. There's a song in there. The only way is up for this, and you can easily manage your risk, really, based on following a trend line up. But I mean, the trend line I'd follow would just be the 21 daily moving average. So Tesla's just yeah, a bit of an easy trade, really. I expect basically some sort of J-hook, hockey stick, parabola, and then a bit of a pullback. But I wouldn't be looking at this and thinking, right, I want to short this. I mean, that's the last thing I'd want to do to this. Let's have a look. Oh, Starbucks. Coffee shops are opening back up. Coffee shops. So Starbucks must be loving life. Well, to be honest, this is in England. I think the Starbucks is it's an international company, right? The fact that it's opening up in England is not the biggest deal, is it? I don't particularly like Starbucks coffee. I find it bitter. I mean, it's just obviously just whatever your tastes are, but I think Costa's nicer. Nothing TD wise, because we're basically tightening up. I mean, this is another case of we can basically draw a pennant, and just see where we break. Just declining volatility here. Just trade the breakout of this pennant. Twitter. This is the very good looking chart to trade. I remember back in the day when I used to well, I say I used to trade oil. I did used to trade oil, and it was really because it used to trade in a channel like this. It wasn't because I just decided I traded oil and that's what I specialized in. It's because I hunted down patterns like this, and then just traded them basically, based on just the simplicity of what it's doing. So there you go. I mean, this is just perfect, like trading trading pattern. I mean, all you really got to do is just extend. Oh God, not God. Here we go. Yeah, I mean, that's your target. That is your target. We've got an arrow on there. Oh, we got the arrow the wrong way. Here we go. Yeah, basically, here's your target. Here's your target. So yeah, I mean, that's a $10 move over a space of like about a month. So wait a minute, on a $34 asset. So if you get that one, you're gonna be laughing. But yeah, I mean, we may drop out this channel, but obviously you know where your stops are gonna be. Where's the 200 daily? So we're above the 200 daily now as well, so that's obviously bullish, and then we're potentially going to get this golden cross coming as well, and we're following the 21 up nicely now as well, and the 21's crossed the 200. So yeah, I mean, no real reason why we won't get up to here. It's looking good, yeah, it's looking good technically. It's a good chart. Don't ask me about the economy or whatever I think is going to happen, or all that jazz. I don't know, but yeah, CHWY bit, yeah, I mean, it's doing well. It's following the moving averages up. It's basically one of my buys. I told you guys that, but yeah, on it near its highs, excellent, doing well. What I wanted to look at, soybeans are buy. We can get into soybeans. This is one of these charts that you want to get up to, basically, for them to just start popping. So yeah, I mean, it's been in a downtrend for a long time. Longer dated options. Out the money calls is what is the name of the game for these. I've been looking at about 15 and 16, but yeah, we'll see what happens with these. I mean, I will look at the TD, but yeah, I mean, we're not gonna have. Or we're going to, like, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a list of buyers and sells, and this is going to be on a buy list. So I know I'm not going to have a sell. I know I'm only going to have a potential sell trade here, and I'm not looking for sell trades, which is why I'm not overly interested in looking at the TD. But yeah, I mean, we've got a 4-hour and a 12-hour 9 here, so that's potentially what's holding up price. But we're breaking back above that now, so this is basically the buy line. And let me just get this on the daily. And yeah, here's your target. Here's your initial target of about 1475. So yeah, anyways, Roku, is Google going to buy Roku? Who knows? Some whispers going on. We got a cup and handle here. How should we draw it? Yes, here we go. We'll draw it like this. We'll draw it like this, and I mean, basically your target's about there, and that's quite high, that is. That's a big target, that is. I mean, the only thing about that target is that obviously this is obviously what we all know, basically what happened recently, so that's dragged things down a lot. So how do you think this is as low as this maybe should be? Should this be the low technically? Not technically, but would that be the low you would count? Looks a bit more efficacious, so then in which case we can draw this a bit lower. But either way, it's higher targets. But anyway, so there we go, guys. I'm gonna organize my stuff, get some lists together, and yeah, we'll get some a bit more useful analysis for building up a longer term portfolio. Obviously not financial advice. So right, thanks for listening, guys. Yeah, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, and I will catch you guys later.